So what happens now, right? So there are reports that there may be some more tapes like the one we heard the other day from Donald Trump's past. The Republican nominee says, you know what? If they keep releasing these tapes, he will simply keep talking about one Bill Clinton.
I said to myself, wait a minute. And I just saw very inappropriate words. But Bill Clinton sexually assaulted innocent women, and Hillary Clinton attacked those women viciously. One of them said more viciously than he attacked them. If they want to release more tapes saying inappropriate things, we'll continue to talk about Bill and Hillary Clinton doing inappropriate things.
Fighting back hard. Meanwhile, House Speaker Paul Ryan says that he will no longer focus on Trump. He will keep his eye on control of Congress, and he's urging his fellow lawmakers who are up for re-election to do what is necessary for their own political survival. Senior national correspondent John Roberts outside Trump Tower this morning with more on all of this. Good morning to you, John.
Martha, good morning to you. Donald Trump winging his way to a fundraiser in San Antonio before a day of campaigning in the battleground state of Florida. You know, it's difficult enough to fight a presidential election when you've got a united front, united party behind you. But now Donald Trump increasingly fighting on two fronts after the Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan, said yesterday that he is basically done with Donald Trump. He's not going to defend him. He's not going to campaign with him. He's going to spend all of his energy between now and Election Day focusing on winning back the House, telling his members in a conference call yesterday, quote, "You need to do what's best for you in your district," prompting Donald Trump to tweet out this morning a warning that perhaps they were going to throw away the White House in trying to preserve the majorities in the House and the Senate, saying, quote, "Despite winning the second debate in a landslide, every poll, it is hard to do well when Paul Ryan and others give zero support." Yesterday, with a couple of events in the battleground state of Pennsylvania, including a huge rally in Wilkes-Barre, Donald Trump going after both Hillary Clinton and the media, accusing the media of giving Clinton cover while attacking him. Listen to this.
The hypocrisy of the media and our politicians is hard to believe. They condemn my words, but they ignore and defend the and this is the way it is, the reprehensible actions of Hillary and Bill Clinton that have destroyed and hurt so many lives.
And Martha, back to this increasing split in the Republican Party, a real risk for members and senators who are fighting battles. Certainly aligning with Donald Trump may lose them a few voters, but the idea that separating themselves may completely alienate that big base of voters that's out for Donald Trump could hurt them even more. So they've got a real risky calculation to make there, Martha.
You couldn't say it better. So he's sort of laying the foundation here, John, for his supporters to distrust, perhaps, the results even of the election 4 weeks from now.
Yeah, this is something that you'll remember he did to quite a good effect back in the primary campaign, and that is basically saying that the system is rigged against him and therefore rigged against his supporters. It's really a way of motivating his voters to get out to the polls more than anything. But this idea, though, that if they question the results of the November 8th election, they could rise up in some way, certainly poses a potential problem for the future. Here's what Donald Trump said about it last night.
There's no way we're 3 down. Even the polls are crooked, I'm telling you. Look, we're in a rigged system, folks. We're in a rigged system. The only way we can unrig it is get to the polls. But we got to make sure they're honest polls.
And here's the way all of this could manifest itself. Randy Evans is a senior member of the Republican National Committee, and he's on the Rules Committee, told me back in February, made a prediction. He said, after this election, we are going to see 3 parties. We're going to see the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, and the Trump Party. Martha?
Fascinating. It is so interesting. And, John, to lay out that possibility of a 3-party system that results from all of this is something we're going to be talking about. John, thank you very much.